Jake Paul's desperation is reaching new levels as Mike Tyson's momentum is on the rise with no sign of the boxing legend backing down. The problem child is starting to panic. Tyson's hype train is out of control. Every day it feels like Tyson's getting stronger, faster, and more intimidating. Meanwhile, Jake's confidence is taking a nosedive. He's trying to stay tough on social media, but you can see the fear in his eyes. This guy is way over his head. Tyson's got the whole world behind him. It's like a David and Goliath situation, except David's got a better chance. The YouTuber turned boxer is trying everything to throw Tyson off his game, but it's like water off a duck's back. Tyson's just getting stronger, and the closer we get to the fight, the more terrifying he becomes.
Yo, when you see Mike Tyson hitting them pads, you get a little nervous. Yeah.
Bro was running at lightning speed today.
He definitely is looking like a an animal. I will say people are underestimating me though, because when I go to his comments, they're just saying like, if Mike loses, then fighting is rigged, because they see how good he looks on the mitts. I can see it watching from the sides when you have fought everyone else where they all go, holy shit, this YouTuber hits much harder than I thought he did. And you can see it change in their eyes. I'm not sure Mike will have that moment. Contrary to your belief, I think Mike is not underestimating you.
Jake Paul is losing sleep. November 15th, 2024. That's the date circled on everyone's calendar. A clash of eras. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Live from the AT&T Stadium. Sounds epic, right? Well, for Jake, it's a nightmare slowly becoming reality. Fighting Mike Tyson isn't just a boxing match. It's a survival test. And the closer we get to fight night, the more terrified Jake seems to be. Tyson's momentum is unstoppable. He's training like a beast, dropping hints about his newfound power and sending shivers down Jake's spine with every social media post. It's like Tyson is enjoying every second of this, toying with Jake's mind. And it's working. Jake's trying to stay tough, but the cracks in his facade are starting to show. Tyson's a predator, and Jake's just hoping to survive the hunt. The clock is ticking and the pressure is mounting. This fight has the potential to be one of the biggest in boxing history. But for Jake Paul, it could be the end of his career. As Jake himself said, "I'm not scared, I'm excited." But his trembling hands tell a different story. I mean, let's be honest, have you seen Tyson's brutal training videos? These video warnings have been making rounds on the internet, and if I was Jake Paul, I'd be trembling in my boots too. Mike Tyson is in beast mode. The guy's 58, but he's moving like he's 25. His workouts are straight out of a superhero movie. He's got that old school power, combined with a new school agility. It's like he's rediscovered the fountain of youth in the gym. I mean, have you seen his speed bag work? It's insane. And his power? Forget about it. Every punch is like a hammer. Tyson's not just throwing punches, he's sculpting them. His technique is flawless. He's got that classic peekaboo style, but with a modern twist. It's like watching a masterclass in boxing. This guy is a living legend for a reason. He's not just relying on his past, he's building on it. And Jake Paul, well, he better hope Tyson has a bad day, because this isn't the same old Iron Mike. This is a reinvented, rejuvenated fighting machine. I mean, he's still the man he was when he became the youngest heavyweight champion of all time. Plus, he's called the baddest man on the planet for a reason. You don't just lose that level of skill overnight. It's all still there, and this momentum is only growing. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Wasn't Tyson down with a health hiccup? Ulcers, to be specific. Well, here's the thing. When you're Iron Mike, even sickness has got nothing on you. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of Mike's health journey. I'm sure you know that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson were supposed to step into the ring on July 20th, 2024. Same day, Jake fought Mike Perry. The excitement was through the roof. Bets were placed, tickets were bought, and then bam, ulcers happened. Mike suffered a health emergency on a cross-country flight from Miami to Los Angeles. And even though it started out with nothing serious, the boxing legend had to pull the plug as his doctors advised him to stay out of the ring to heal. I want to thank my fans around the world for their support and understanding during this time. Unfortunately, due to my ulcer flare-up, I have been advised by my doctor to lighten my training for a few weeks to rest and recover. My body is in better overall shape than it has been since the 1990s, and I will be back to my full training schedule soon. Jake Paul, this may have bought you some time, but in the end, you will still be knocked out and out of boxing for good. I appreciate everyone's patience and can't wait to deliver an unforgettable performance later this year. What Paul said next rubbed the entire fight world the wrong way. The problem child said, "I'm gonna f him up." Jake's claims didn't sit well with fight fans online as they hit out at the YouTuber turned boxer, especially considering Tyson's recent scare. One ex-user wrote, "Bro just gained more confidence after a medical scare." A second tweeted, "Of course it's gonna be easy, he's 75 years old." A third added, "Why is anyone entertaining this trash?" A fourth slammed, "Llama! Why is he always picking on retired or old fighters? Bro is a coward." Another commented, "Oh, what a hard guy, beating up an old man with health complications." But here's the thing. This health setback didn't slow Mike's progress. Nope, this guy was clear. Ulcers or no ulcers, he had one goal in mind: to take down Jake Paul. Their highly anticipated matchup was pushed back to November 15th, 2024, and Mike sent a clear message to Jake.
Different date, same fate. I'm gonna knock out Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson didn't waste any time sending a message to Jake. He straight up said he's gonna knock Jake out, no matter what. The whole boxing world was buzzing about it. It was like a cold shower for Jake. Undeterred, Jake decided to take on Mike Perry instead. He got the knockout win, but let's be real, Perry ain't Tyson. The boxing world wasn't impressed. It was just another Jake Paul show. But here's the thing, Mike Tyson isn't playing games. If Jake thinks he's gonna walk into that ring and toy with him like he does with his other opponents, he's in for a rude awakening. This ain't no Mike Perry, it's Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet. Mike's shouting from the rooftops and he's like, "I'm coming for you, Paul." Jake might think he's got this all figured out, but let's be real. He's in over his head. Tyson is a different beast. He's been in the trenches and fought the toughest guys in the world. Jake's just a kid playing pretend. Tyson's got that killer instinct, that eye of the tiger mentality. He's not just gonna let Jake walk all over him. This is personal for Tyson. It's about respect, about proving a point. He's not just fighting for himself. He's fighting for the sport. And Jake? Well, he's just collateral damage. Jake Paul is officially losing it. The pressure's getting to him, and he's turning into a desperate, dirty fighter. We're talking full-on panic mode here. Looks like pre-fight jitters are finally kicking in. Yeah, he's going down a dark path. There have been rumors swirling about his camp trying to get a corrupt ref for the Tyson fight. Can you believe that? Jake's so desperate for a win that he's willing to cheat. We're talking about illegal blows, maybe even tampered gloves. This guy is out of control. It's like he's forgotten what boxing is really about. It's not about winning at any cost. It's about skill, heart, and sportsmanship. But Jake? He's throwing all that out the window. It's a sad day for boxing when a guy like this gets so much attention. Here's the thing. Jake is only in the boxing game for the fame and the cash. Yeah, this guy only cares to stay in the spotlight. The problem child doesn't give two hoots about the sport. Let's talk about Jake Paul's motivation here. Boxing is just a platform for him. He doesn't respect the sport, the history, or the fighters. It's all about staying relevant and cashing those big paychecks. He's willing to do anything to stay in the spotlight, even if it means cheating or taking on ridiculous fights. Jake's career is on the line here. A loss to Tyson could be the end of his boxing dream. Let's be real. He hasn't fought any real boxers. He's been picking on retired MMA fighters and other YouTubers. His only real test was Tommy Fury, and he got knocked down. Can you imagine losing to a 58-year-old? It would be career suicide. No top-tier boxer would want to fight him after that. This fight is make or break for Jake. If he wins, he might be able to salvage his reputation. But if he loses, he's going to be a laughingstock. The boxing world will see him for what he really is. A fraud. And let's be honest, he deserves it. He's disrespected the sport for too long. It's time for Jake Paul to pay the piper. He's been playing a dangerous game, and now the music's stopping. Tyson is the ultimate test. Can he rise to the occasion, or will he crumble under the pressure? Jake Paul is all alone in this fight. The entire boxing world is rooting for Mike Tyson. It's like the whole planet is against him. After that Mike Perry fight, where he basically picked on a guy who was out of his weight class, even his own fans are starting to doubt him. Tyson, on the other hand, has the boxing world united behind him. It's a David and Goliath situation. Except David's got the whole army on his side. Jake needs to step up his game and fast. He can't keep relying on tricks and gimmicks. He needs to hit the gym hard, forget about pranking people at Walmart, and focus on becoming a real fighter. Because right now, he's just a YouTuber playing dress up. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. So, there you go, Fight World. That's all I have for you today. What do you think about Jake getting more and more desperate as Mike's momentum is on the rise? Fill in the comment section with your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more boxing news. See you in the next video.